Yo, welcome to another episode of Shop Life. Today, I'm gonna take you guys with me and let you guys see what I do to prepare to open up my retail store. Today's currently Friday. I'm opening up the store tomorrow on Saturday. So I'm showing you guys kind of what I do to get ready to open up the store. Now, if you guys know this, some of you guys might know this, some of you might not. My retail store is only open on certain weekends throughout the month. And it's very, very random, I should say, because some weekends I might be out of town or I might not have time to open the store, so it doesn't get opened. So if you wanted to know when the store is open, follow me on Instagram. You can follow my store's Instagram. That's where we post the hours all the time. But there's sometimes I'm not here and the store is open because we have a lot of people that work and help run this store here. So with that being said, we have a first shift and a closing shift whenever we open up the store. They're working in the back, they're helping customers, but everybody that works here, well, majority of them that works here is fueled on beer. If you've been to my store or if you're familiar with the South Bay location here, my store is located on Western Avenue, close to Del Amo Boulevard. If you know about Western and Del Amo, there's a ton of breweries in that area. We got Monkish, Smog City, Hermosa. I think Hop Saint's opening here. There used to be Dudes right behind us, like literally the street right behind us is where Dudes used to be. But there's a ton of breweries here. So I like to stock the fridge with a ton of beer for everybody that works here. Obviously, we got the staples that stay in here all the time. Modelo always stays in the fridge. Modelo, if you want to sponsor the shop, by all means, let's do it. But shout out to Hermosa Brewing. We got these right here. Couple hazy IPAs. This one right here is their Mexican, and the We Love LA, which is a hazy IPA, which is my favorite type of beer. And I also picked up 4-pack from Smog City. This is the Amarillo Gorilla IPA. Like I said, a lot of IPA drinkers here in the shop. My favorite is hazies, but West Coasters are dope. If you follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV, you'll see that Audiograph Brewing in downtown LA made a beer for us, the LA Riders. I'm wearing a shirt here. My crew, the LA Riders, stops at Audiograph all the time. We ride on Monday nights. They were dope enough to make us our own IPA, which is really dope. So I'm hoping to get that in the store at some time. But we went to Audiograph when they launched the LA Rider beer and drank some beer. So shout out to Audiograph, man. But I'm just gonna stock this fridge up. I wanted to show you guys kind of what I do in preparation. I'm gonna check the inventory, press up some shirts that were out of stock. Also probably knock down some neck labels for some other stuff that we got going on. So check it out. So currently we already got some stuff in here. We got some stuff from Laguna Beer. We got some Common Space. Common Space is down the road from us. Like I said, Hop Saint, shout out to Hop Saint on 190th. I think they have a tap room right here on Del Amo also. More Smog City. This is the hazy, Rogue Wave, and what else is still in here? Some more Common Space right here. This is a mango lemonade sour, which is dope. For myself, I like drinking a bunch of craft beers and stuff like that, but I also like to support all the local LA breweries. That's something that I like doing. So they have the LA Beer Fest coming up in June. If you're gonna be there, me and the homies will be out there. A lot of the LA Riders are gonna be out there hanging out, drinking beer, having a blast. So for anybody that's a beer drinker, let me know what you like to drink in the comments. Like I said, I'm a hazy IPA guy, East Coast IPA. West Coasters are cool too, but I get full fast on those. So if I'm drinking those, it's usually because I'm hanging out or there's somebody that brewed up a dope one, and that's basically where I'll be at. All right, now that we got the fridge fully stocked up, we're gonna cut down some transfers. Here we go. This is the back kit. The South Bay, the little sun guy right there saying what's up. The bottom says a sunny place with a few shady characters. This bottom South Bay right here is gonna be the center chest print. I'm using a rotary blade. Hopefully you could see that to cut these out. So what I'll do is I'll take like 3 or 4 transfers and then I'll just run this rotary blade through there. Boom, cuts it like pizza. Easy call. Like I said, take a few of these transfers. I'm using a self-healing mat right here. This thing with the grid is a self-healing mat. It's made to cut fabric and all kind of other crafts. So let's just see how many I just cut right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like I said, I just grabbed like a little stack. There's 7 in there to cut down. It makes cutting transfers way easier than using scissors. So I like using this little rotary blade right here. You could pick them up on Amazon. You could get them from Hobby Lobby. You could get them from Michael's, Joann's. Pretty sure Walmart probably got them. It's just called a rotary blade. Anywhere that sells fabrics, you could buy this little blade. There's no specific brand. They're all pretty much the same. It's like a pizza cutter, basically. Apply a little bit of pressure, roll it through, slice it up. All right, now that we got everything cut out, let's start pressing these things up. I already started. Forgot to set the camera back up because I just got into the mode once the music turned on. I usually turn the music off so I can record videos. It just ruins production. So I turned the music off, set the camera back up. Here's the t-shirts we're using. These are Shockaware active t-shirts, but I pressed my own labels in. This is my label right here. Just has my logo, the size, my website. I know there's a lot of people like, wait, don't you gotta put care instructions and isn't there a bunch of legal shit you gotta put on there? This is just what I do. You don't have to do what I do. You can put whatever you want on your labels. For myself, I don't think anybody's coming over here to buy any t-shirt from me based on the label inside. Majority of the people that come here to shop with me, they come here to buy the design on the outside. It's really what they care about. Front, center, print. 4 fingers down. We're gonna line that thing up with the center. Press that thing in, and we're good to go. Now, this t-shirt right here is getting launched tomorrow. We're releasing it in store tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna do good. I've been testing this design for the last 2 months. You might've seen it in some videos. I've been wearing a hoodie that has this same design on it. But we're going into the summertime, so I don't think a hoodie's a good time to launch. So I'm gonna drop this t-shirt right here and hopefully it does pretty good, but we'll see. I don't have any expectations for this design. If it does good, cool. If it doesn't do good, so be it. It's kind of something that I wanted to wear. There's no real big meaning behind the design. If you're from the South Bay of LA, this kind of speaks to you. You know that the South Bay is sunny probably 95% out of the year. It's sunny down here. I'm talking all the way down from LAX all the way down to San Pedro. You get sunshine throughout the year. But there are some shady people that live in the South Bay. So that's why it says the South Bay, a sunny place with a few shady characters. This is what it looks like pressed on the shirt. Hopefully this is in focus. This is the front. So it's a front center print and then back print. All right, I want to show you guys something real quick. On the time lapse, I'm just kind of breezing through this thing, but I actually wanted to show what I'm doing. So I'm gonna lay the t-shirt all the way down. Collar goes all the way over the edge every single time. Then I pull down on the armpits on both sides to see if one side is higher than the other. I want them to feel fairly even on both sides, then I'll know that the shirt is nice and straight. This is the chest print that I'm using. Usually, if I needed to find the center, I'll fold it over on itself, and then I'll match up the design, not the paper size. I don't match up the paper, I match up the design. Where the design ends on both sides is where I'll pinch the top and I'll pinch the bottom. That right there creates the center line. So now visually I can see that the edge of this T is the center line. I match up the center line with this chain right here. So if you have a true spec heat press, you'll notice that there's like this little chain in the middle of the press. That's the middle of the whole press. Visually, I'll match up the edge of this T with that chain going 4 fingers down. So 4 of my fingers is about 3 inches. I'll lay it down. I'll make sure that the design is close to my fingers. The edge of this tee matches up with this little chain right here. Kind of one of the perks of having this machine is this also. These rails right here, or just the base of this whole press on the True Spec, this lines up perfectly with the peak and the collar, if you can see that. So when I'm talking about the peak and the collar, I always talk about the U shape in the collar. This lines up perfectly with those two peaks. So now all I have to do, if I'm doing a left chest print, I'll put my hand down and then I'll match up the center of my transfer for left chest print with this railing right here. So that way I don't have to keep pulling up the shirt, looking to make sure it's lined up. I'm going based off of this because I see that this right here and this right here lines up perfectly with the collar. To make my life easier and just to speed things up, that's usually what I'll do is I'll crease this up once. I'll visually know that the edge of this tee is the center. I'm going off the center on this little chain. That's the press's center of the whole thing. Or if I'm doing a left chest print, I'm lining it up with this little guard right here, or this rail, or the base, whatever you want to call it. That lines up perfect. So visually, when I'm in motion and I'm in production and I'm just going, 4 fingers down, the center is gonna line up with here. Boom, I'm ready to go. So that way I don't have to crease every single transfer I'm doing. Visually, I know exactly where I'm looking. So that way I can start pressing these things up. So remember, 4 fingers down from the collar, because I lay the collar all the way over the edge. Line up the center of that with the center of that chain. We're good to go. Now the heat press is set up for 320 degrees, 15 seconds, heavy pressure. On the True Spec press, heavy pressure is P7 for myself. It could go up to P8. I like it at P7. For me, that's fairly good. These transfers are also a hot peel. So you peel them up hot, and then you press it down for another 2 to 3 seconds for a post press. Now let's do the back. So when I'm doing the back, I lay the front of the collar over the edge still, pull down on the armpits like we did before. Now I take the transfer, I go close to the top, I center it up. Like I said, that edge of the tee, I know that's the center. Push it in. Now, a lot of people are like, how many fingers do you go down from the back and blah, blah, blah. I don't do any fingers down on the back. I lay the collar all the way over the edge and then I go fairly close to the top. This right here gives me enough space on the back so the design will land perfectly in between the person's shoulder blades. And we're using Supacolor wearable transfers. Done. So now the back print, when this is being worn, the person's shoulders, here's the sleeves, land right here. Design perfectly in between the shoulder blades, and it goes straight down the back. Most people like to put their designs close to the top. When I see people threading their shirts on, they go really close to the top. When the shirt's being worn, that kind of looks funny if the design is like right up on the neck. I like to go down a little bit so it lands more squared up on the back, if that makes any sense. All right, now that we got them all pressed up, let's fold them. This is everybody's favorite tool right here. This thing's called the Flip Fold. That's the actual name brand of this one that I have. The difference between this and those other ones that you get off of Amazon or eBay is those have folds right here. The sides on this one are whole. They don't fold. The only thing that folds is this middle part right here. So it looks like that, but the sides are whole. The reason being is when you lay the t-shirt in here, fold the bottom up, you're working from the bottom right here, right? This is where you're touching everything. If you have the ones that have the folds on the sides, when you pick this up, it's folding in, this part's folding out, it gets all weird. This right here is one solid motion. You just flap that sucker down, fold it up, good to go. Perfectly folded 9x12 t-shirt right here. A lot of people ask me, what's the finished folded size? What size bags do you buy? This folds to 9x12. So I could buy 9x12 bags, fold it on this folder, bag them up, good to go. So I'm gonna try to bring the camera out tomorrow when we open up the store, film some stuff for you guys. Can't make any promises, but the intention is I'll try to bring the camera out so that way we can get some footage of the guys working, myself working, some of the people that stop in at the store, possibly record some of the conversations I get to have with the cool people that stop by. Shout out to everybody that comes by. It's pretty cool because majority of the people that stop in that watch me on YouTube, they all run their own business or they're about to run a business, and they share some really dope stories. So I'm hoping I bring the camera out for some of those conversations. So if you stop in and you're not shy, I'll mic you up and we could record the conversation so I could put it on YouTube and share your story with the people. If that's something you're into, come by the store. Everybody's welcome here. I never turn away anybody. Come through, hang out, drink a beer if you want to. A lot of people come by and they don't even buy shit. You don't have to buy anything from me. If you just wanted to come by and chop it up, come by and chop it up, man. If I'm here, might as well have a good conversation while I'm here, right? Appreciate everybody. I'm gonna finish folding this up. I gotta press some more sizes right now, but I need to put the music back on. That's kind of the only reason why I don't bring the camera out all the time, is when I'm working, I got music going and I can't have talking and music all at the same exact time. So appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys like shop life videos, let me know in the comments so I could keep making them. I haven't made one in a while, but if you like it, let me know and I'll keep them going. All right, catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.